If I go into this mode, can I autopilot? Not from here, but if it's targeted, I guess it... Okay. Autopilot got a little funky, but that is definitely the easier way to do this, especially if I don't know exactly where Dark Bramble is. Okay, we want headlights off. No quantum fluctuation. So we need to find the distress beacon, and we need to find the fiddle. Ferdinand, I don't remember his name. I'm also really not sure about the extent of like the whole anglerfish thing. Is it all in there? So is there nothing like outside here? It's all like a zone, I think, right? Because it definitely is not big enough to be the way we saw it. And I don't see no anglerfish. I'm guessing those lights are things we don't want to deal with. Is that a light I want to deal with? This is interesting. So kind of almost lost woods. Because we'll get teleported into like a different zone. I don't know if... So I think some of these lights are these seed bits, and then some of them are probably... Should I get out? Okay, this is going back to that. So, maybe follow that scout location. Is that what I'm trying to do? I'm not entirely positive on how any of this is supposed to quite work. I don't know where I am right now. I'm a little spooked. I'm gonna get jump scared at some point. Oh, okay. This is where we want it to be. Just have to figure out how to properly, like, land here. I guess from the other side might be easier. Maybe not bothering to land is the better option. So I don't know if... I don't think it even, like, moves. I don't think we really have to worry as much about, like, the movement of some of this. Well, you seem like you're doing pretty good, dude. Whoa! Where'd you come from? No one's come here in, well, ever, actually. This makes you the second Hearthian to ever reach Dark Bramble. After me, of course. Well done. Say, it's you. They made you an astronaut, and you haven't blown yourself up yet? Good for you. Feldspar, you're alive! You never were the brightest hatchling, were you? Yeah, that's right. I'm alive. Been camping out here since my ship, you know, crashed violently. You crashed? But you're the greatest pilot in Hearthian history. Haven't lived in polite society for a while, so I'm just going to go ahead and assume that wasn't sarcasm. My story goes like this. I just finished exploring the core of Giant's Deep. Oh, he can tell me about the core! And I wanted to try my hand at Dark Bramble, seeing as no one had ever been before. Getting around in Dark Bramble was easy, mind you. Once you've dodged one massive interdimensional vine bristling with thorns, you've dodged them all. But after a while, I run into this huge anglerfish. You've seen them? No, I got kind of lucky, I think. Big gnarly things, and this was the biggest one I've ever seen. I pull a few stunts, try to shake the thing off, nothing too fancy. I'm going full speed when the fish clips me, knocking me into the vines, and... well, like I said, I crash. Blammo! On impact, my ship starts making noises like it's coming apart from the inside, and I think, well, that ain't great. Sure enough, I barely get out of there before an electrical system starts sparking like crazy. It either moves fast or die unpleasantly, so I had to put a little distance between me and my poor friend's ship. Camped out near where I crashed at first, found the skeleton later. Great find, would have been stupid not to use it. So I moved my setup over here and planted my emergency tree seeds. Oh, that's why there's trees. I was gonna ask. But I'm here ever since. Wow. I can't believe you didn't die. I can't believe you destroyed your ship. No wonder there are so many stories about you back home. I'm just gonna go, wow. Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, that's how it all went down, hatchling. Story's over, but feel free to stay and enjoy my fire for a while. Or don't. Fire's not going anywhere. You reached the core of Giant's Deep. How'd you do it? Giant's Deep's core, huh? Ah, that was a wild one. But since you're asking, I gotta assume you haven't made it down there yourself yet, right? If I tell you how, it kind of feels like cheating. On a completely unrelated note, that sure was a big hollow vine my ship crashed into. Yup. Hollow vine. If I were you, I'd go take a walk and see where it ends. Okay. You'll want to go to the tail end of this anglerfish skeleton here and look for a flickering light in the fog. That'll be my old ship. Path starts there. Okay. Found something. Lay it on me. I found a Dark Bramble seed on Timber Hearth. That's bad business, hatchling. A shirt will tell you if you so much as glance in Dark Bramble's direction. There used to be a fifth planet where the Bramble is now. This infernal plant appeared at the center and kept growing and growing and growing till it shattered the planet and scattered its pieces across space. If we don't get that seed you found sorted real quick like, I suspect Timber Hearth will be heading towards the same fate. And I tell you what, we Hearthians have overcome far too much to be done in by some worthless seeds. Alright, but do you have a solution, brother? Found no my writing saying anglerfish are blind. Aha, so the blasted things do have a weakness. Meaning my fly as fast as I can approach to deal with them could have used a bit more thought behind it. Oh well, at least they didn't eat me. All's well that ends well, eh, hatchling? Okay. Should I tell ground control? I guess that's all I really have. Where should I explore here? And that is kind of a question. That's the spirit. Anywhere's good, but you should know that space is weird here intensely. Ever tried throwing your scout into one of these weird seeds? See there with the little opening? Just big enough to launch one through. Your scout tracker will tell you the scout is in two places at once, but I don't think that's wrong exactly, because space doesn't work right in here. That seed looks small, see, but inside it's bigger, much bigger. I've had a ton of time to think about this. All my theories in in Dark Bramble kind of expands as you go through each sphere. That's why it's bigger inside those seeds. Well, that's my theory. Keep that in mind while you're exploring Dark Bramble, and maybe you won't get lost inside forever. Good luck. Thanks. Actually, yeah, I don't really know how to leave here, but thankfully I can just die and come back, so not a big deal. Well, yeah, sure, whenever you have the time. Frankly, I kind of like it out here. Quiet, peaceful-ish. You're a little young to understand, but it's a lot of pressure being the best that ever was. Been nice to have a break. Okay. Well, I'm guessing this is going to be a great place to refuel. Well, I have my ship. I guess I don't really need to worry about refueling. Is that going? Oh, that's just coming back. Wait. Okay. It seems like it always just comes back. I guess that would imply maybe that the exit's that way. Or, you know. I would assume that would imply the exit's that way. Okay, so the tail end... I guess that's the flickering light. So where'd my ship end up? Okay, good. So yeah, it doesn't really fly off too much. That's good to know. I got a little worried there, to be honest. Alright, flickering light. Oh, well, that's straightforward. And then follow the vine. Okay, we only really have one direction to go then. I don't know if I should try to fly there, but I feel safer, I guess, bouncing off the walls. Okay, I'm gonna say we need to go on foot. And by on foot, I mean still fly there, just as a smaller entity. Maybe slow down a little bit. Where am I? Okay. I don't really know which way to go besides... Oh, jellyfish! Note to Feldspar, do not eat this even if you are dying. It would be too sad if this were the last thing you ever ate in this life. I guess these jellyfish are only useful for insulation from electricity. Again, do not eat. Love, Feldspar. So can we... Well, it electrocuted me. Can I get inside of one? I was right about the jellyfish being important, but I don't quite get it. I think I can really look at the note. Maybe it doesn't have as much electricity when it's, like, on its way back down. I mean, I think I got what I needed from this. Except for the fact that this is also here. Trip 4, entry number, I'm gonna say not 1. Crashes 3, boring, crashes 0. Personal best. Whoa, never thought I'd see one of these beasties outside a giant deep. They were awfully useful back there. Maybe a jellyfish could be useful here too. Blarg, this thing tastes terrible. The outside is all rubber and tough. Maybe that's because it insulates the jellyfish inside from getting zapped by electricity. Right, I'm going inside of this jellyfish's interior cavity to see if what's in there tastes any better. I don't know if that means go into the cavity, but again, the, I don't know, tentacle bits Still electrocuted at me. I guess it's nice that I was on the right track. Maybe I should go talk to him again and be like, yo, I'm a little dense, brother. Can you help me out? Like, exactly how do I use this mechanic? Really nailing this. Kind of seems like I got everything I needed from Feldspar, sadly. Overly eager to return to civilization. Peaceful life. Eat the enormous jellyfish. The jellyfish interior. It just says it tastes bad. But, yeah, that's a solution. What appears to be a frozen jellyfish. It looks like Feldspar camped here. I mean, this was a frozen jellyfish. I don't think there's anything we can do with this one to use it for insulation. I don't know, like, how we would do that with... we'll just have to explore jellyfish. So I think my best course of action is to try to find the, distress beacon now. First, try to see if we can actually leave here. I might have goofed up trying to bring my ship all the way down here. I guess I'm gonna ask him, since I found it, if he can just give me a little bit more. Also, the fact that I don't have a distress beacon anymore is annoying. Let me leave. Okay. I will try again. I do want to actually see an anglerfish before we, finish this area. Got a little carried away. Found something. The frozen jellyfish. Ah, so the old thing's still there, is it? That's where I first camped out after the crash, you know? It's pretty cozy inside. It does lack the structural integrity and indomitable spirit of a camp made in the shelter of the very bones of the species that try to eat you, I suppose. Still very cozy. Okay, yeah, he's not gonna give me much info regarding that. Turn that off. So, I don't know what this light source is. Might be an anglerfish, or it's where I just was. Okay. It was an anglerfish, technically. Anglerfish. Okay, I need to stop finding this one. How do I roll? I was gonna try to... Just need to go, like, this way. Okay, there we go. Because this is where we, or signal, I think. Or not the signal, the, whatchamacallit comes in from. I also need to find my way, like, basically do that again. What is this danger light? Is that anglerfish? I mean, if danger light indicates angler... What does this indicate? I'm gonna die soon. Okay. Hey! Found some anglers. I don't know. Like, I didn't have the headlights on. It's just like walking into a room of dangerous things. That was just an awkward, like, staring at me. I wonder, though, is that the extent of this? Just don't go into that room? Of danger lights? We need to go back for distress signal. We need to go back to Giant's Deep because of insulation. I mean, frankly, so it made perfect sense that the jellyfish would be the thing because they were able to pass through. But the fact that they still were, like, electrified is what kind of confuses me. So I think just because I'm in, like... I don't know why the... Oh, I'm, like, stuck in a tree. How'd I do that? God, I was gonna say something. I'm gonna get distracted. What is this shed? I've never seen this before. And we're recording. It's been 2 days since the launch of the deep space satellite, and I'm about to view the first batch of photos. Let the record show that on this historic day, Outer Wilds Venture has... they're printing, here they come. Stars above, will you look at that? There's a brittle hollow, and look, out there, that's Hollow's lantern. And there's Giant's Deep and the Quantum Moon. I'm speechless, completely speechless. Every single astral body in our magnificent solar system looking stunning from every angle in each of these 3 images, and in color no less. Now this is art. I could stare at these photos forever. Doesn't Timber Hearth look tiny from... Hold on, what is that? That can't be right. That's... I mean, that's not even possible. Am I interpreting this photo correctly? What's even stranger is it doesn't show up in either of the other photos, just this one. Well, there must have been an equipment malfunction, I suppose. Only sensible explanation for it. I'll radio Gabbro and ask them to go examine the satellite's lens for defection. That's... Dark Bramble, Giant's Deep. I think all of this is accurate on this one. Giant's Deep. That's... Heath, I think. Is this the one that's weird? From that angle? This little buddy? Because there's twins. There's Brittle. There's Heath. There's Giant. Interloper. Who's that? Maybe this is what they were talking about. This doesn't make sense. This makes me kind of, question something a little bit. And maybe I just am not understanding it entirely. But if they have photographs of the quantum moon, wouldn't that straight up make it so the quantum move wouldn't move at all? Despite my checking, I guess what it needs to happen is it needs to be something that would be considered an observer. So like a camera that's active. Even though ours kind of does like photographs, it's still technically looking at it at all times. Despite my checking on them at least 1,000 times over, the images are still not ready to print over in the radio tower. Well, it's like they say, a watching satellite never transmits data. That's a little joke for you, journal. No one says that. Someday I'll have to study the mechanics of how time manages to slow as a syrupy crawl whenever I'm anticipating something. In the meantime, I've turned to Gabbro, our resident expert in leisurely whiling away the hours, who recommended the following. Gabbro's 3 foolproof steps for dozing off. Light a nice cozy campfire and get comfortable. Gaze deeply into the serene warmth. Let time begin to slip away as you allow the flames to lull you into a peaceful slumber. If Gabbro knew I'd taken notes, they'd probably think I'd finally cracked, but I refuse to accept sass from an astronaut who deliberately burns their marshmallows. You know, that is a thing. I am technically able to doze off, but I feel like that's just not an appropriate use of time. Like, you know, the time when I had to wait for, tower? I don't think there's much reason for me to be up here, but I think the tower is what I'm... Okay, radio tower. Doesn't seem like there's any others. Wait. No, wait. There's like a... That one. What is that one? Got a little distracted. Was this the blinky thing that I saw? I think this was. Let's try to, not crash into it. Maybe I can, get out and interact with it. Ooh. Engage autopilot. Maybe we can do that and then use that to, match velocity and chill out. Because it's definitely flying somewhere. Maybe this is what they took the pictures with? Since the radio tower would obviously connect to it. I don't know if there's really anything for me to do with that, though. Match velocity. Saw this. Here we go. Gabbro here, checking in on a deep space satellite per ground control's request to check out a possible equipment problem. Seahorn fells, I do too work. You know, I wouldn't mind being a satellite. It's peaceful out here, among the distant stars and the soft velvety darkness. But it's awfully nice for naps, too, except for the fact that it'll die. Alright, the lens. Alright, little satellite, let's see what the trouble is. Huh, everything looks a-okay. Ground control, no dust or scratches on the lens, and no evidence of sparking or violent explosions. Guess that rules out an equipment malfunction after all. So, there was an explosion then? Hear that, pal? You're in great shape. Keep up the good work out there. So, which one was... I guess, like, the degree angle would maybe be important. There's the lens. At some point, it saw something from... It was, like, angle 44. What is going... Oh, I'm all the way up there. Oh, my God. Oh, this is how this goes. So I think it said we discovered it for real. Like, I think this should just be on the map from now on. We're not gonna really get to a appropriate angle with that at any point, I don't think, right now, so... Keep that in mind for later. I might have to go... Okay, we're in. We might have to, go back to the shack, because I might have missed what we were supposed to get information-wise from that.